And I'd like to remind everyone of the City of Perry's staff's core values. It's a strong work ethic, problem solving, community oriented, shows professionalism and integrity, is a team player, is accountable, and is a good steward. Could I have roll call, please?
Shelley,
Yes.
Mahler,
Yes.
Walling,
Yes.
Klein,
Yes.
Andor,
Yes.
Okay, and next up is the approval of the meeting agenda. Any motion, please?
I move that we approve tonight's meeting agenda.
I'll second that.
Any proposed changes, additions? Okay. Roll call, please.
Andor,
Yes.
Walling,
Yes.
Shelley.
Yeah.
Mahler,
Okay.
Yes.
Klein.
Yes.
Yes.
Sorry, trying to multitask.
Next up is the consent agenda, and there's a lot of minutes on there. There's the minutes of the March 10th, 2026 City Council with the Iowa DOT work session, the March 16th, 2026 City Council budget work session, March 16th, 2026 regular City Council meeting, and the March 30th, 2026 special budget City Council meeting. Also up is two contract service payments for Bolton and Menk, a total of $55,312.50. Claims registers and financials of $1,075,107.16. Retail alcohol license renewal for Casa de Oro on Second Street, and the inspections are complete and on file at the City Hall. The fire inspection is pending. Renew of retail tobacco permits for Fairway stores on Willis, Quick Star on First, and Greenleaf Tobacco in Vape also on First Avenue. And also an application for renewal of a device retailer permit for Greenleaf Tobacco in Vape on First Avenue. I have a motion, please.
Make a motion we pass the consent agenda.
I'll second.
Any discussion on that? Okay, roll call, please.
Walling,
Yes.
Mahler,
Yes.
Shelley,
Yes.
Klein. Yes. Andor.
Yes.
Okay, city administrators report. Smith.
All right, couple of things. Hopefully, maybe everybody's heard, but July 21st, we will be a pass-through town for RAGBRAI. So we have a meeting coming up this week to start those conversations. And in that vein, with the downtown project, Jacob has already been having conversations with the contractor on the different phases of the downtown project and how we might phase those to have the best opportunity for a open downtown and Second Street for that week of July. So we'll have more updates on that as that comes together, but we'll be able to work something out to where Second Street can be open for that RAGBRAI traffic to get down into the downtown.
Does that mean we'll have the Friday concert downtown instead of over at Art,
I
or
think they discussed it today, but I don't know officially one way or another if a decision's been made. Oh. Did you guys? Okay.
no decisions made at this point?
So, yeah. Right now, things are quiet downtown. They found some old steam lines, so that was tested last week. And they are waiting on their DNR permit to remove the asbestos in those steam pipes or around those steam pipes. So hopefully in the next week or two, they can do work around it, but not sure how wild they'll get because as soon as you dig around it, it starts to fall apart. So we'll see what work they feel like digging into.
Underground.
Yep, underground steam tunnels, and then the pipes are all wrapped all the way down the alleys. So that's kind of what that is waiting on. So
Plus, every time it rains, all the downspouts fill their excavation. Yeah, so
luckily, we were able to get them a same day asbestos testing company rather than waiting 2 weeks for the asbestos test result and then waiting 2 weeks for DNR permitting.
That's something we knew would be a problem.
It was expected. I think Jacob put it the most eloquently that Asbestos removal would not be in the plan set if it was not going to be there, so. And I think that's my comments. Does anybody have questions for me?
Okay, move on to mayor or council comments. I was gonna also mention the Reg Bri. It's a lot less work than an overnight, but we are gonna probably be the middle of the day stop for them, so it's still gonna be a very busy time. So I'm sure the chamber can use as many volunteers, so anybody that has an interest in helping out with this, please let Lindsay or the city hall know, and we'll get you busy. But should be a fun day.
I'll put that down, Barb. I remember the last time we were in overnight, we had a concert planned and it got rained out.
You knock on wood right now.
Any council comments? Okay. Go about by JBS, and they got the beams going across. Oh, so it's starting to look like a building, so a lot of activity going on at the ADR site too. So, okay, we'll move on to open forum. Speakers are asked to step to the microphone and state their name and address for the record, and you'll be given 3 minutes to address the council. Any open forum requests?
All right, I'm Anne Marie Spellman McDivitt. I'm an attorney here in Perry and member of the Summer and Winter Swim Team Boards at the Rec Center. I think I've been on it for 15 years.
And your address, please.
You want my address?
Yes.
I think I could have found it, but I could find it.
2101 I. Sorry,
You're good.
No problem.
is that it?
Yeah.
No
Yeah.
blood, okay. So I'm here as a member of the swim team boards to address the council about the renovations of the pool. The rec center has been in our community for a long time, as you all know. It was gifted in 1983. I did a little research. I was 7 when the rec center opened. Spent a lot of time there swimming, being on the swim team, having my first job there. We call all kinds of people telling us how lucky we were to have this facility, which I believe we are. As a teenager, I didn't fully appreciate how much that really meant until I was a little older when I realized that. And it really is the heart of the community, but I think the heart of the community of that center is pool. It could be argued that the rec center pool is the only recreational facility that caters to every age group of people at every ability level. People with disabilities who are older, who have physical limitations, young people, teenagers, they can all use it in some manner. It's an important place. It's not only the Perry community members who use this pool, but obviously people from outside that come use it. People that stay at the hotel, that use our awesome new bike trails, all use that pool. Our local swim programs, and a little plug here, are a point of pride, right, for our community. The summer team, the winters team, the girls' high school team, super successful year after year. Which finally brings me to my point here. I'm here to request on behalf of our swim boards that the council make the repairs and renovations to the pool one of your main priorities and support the full funding of the renovation projects in its entirety. While this facility is so important, we feel as though the pool area specifically has been a little neglected when other areas of the rec center and parks have been renovated over the years. It's my understanding that these recommendations date back several years, and due to the financial limitations or funding other projects have not been prioritized. There's also an estimated time frame to complete these renovations, which seem to span anywhere from 6 to 11 months, depending on when plans get submitted, approved, etc. Our swim board requests that the city council and city administration makes this renovation project a priority, so the time in which the pool remains closed is the least amount of time possible to complete the full renovation. Ideally, the pool needs to be open prior to the summer months of 2027, not only so we can have a summer team, but also we can get the lifeguards trained and the community doesn't have to go through a summer without the pool. We think the worst case scenario would be to keep opening and closing the pool. So what we'd like to see and what our board's perspective would be that we could do the full renovation, close it for a specific period of time, reopen it, fully remodel. I think this was a wonderful gift. I think they had a lot of forethought giving this kind of facility to our community 44 years ago. And I think we all need to strive to be better stewards of this gift and do the upgrades and renovations we have put off the past several years and bring this pool back into to the community in the best way possible, because we really truly believe it's the heart of the rec center. Thank you.
Thank you. Please.
You waiting on me?
Yes, we are. Please.
Okay. Lindsay Pasuti with the Perry Chamber of Commerce, 1119 Warford Street. So just wanted to make mention that already happened here with RAGBRAI coming through. We've got a lot of planning to do. Our first meeting is Wednesday and next Tuesday with the RAGBRAI staff. So excited to get into the nitty gritty with all of that. Tomorrow night we have our annual dinner. So we have some more celebrations to have with our annual
Lindsay.
awards. Yep.
Lindsay, you cut out for like the first probably minute of speaking. So I don't know if you want to start over or not. We couldn't hear anything. I'm sorry.
That's okay. It was just more confirming with RAGBRAI and upcoming events with annual dinner. And then also a thank you for the Radio Pie auction last week. So that's all.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Anyone else? Please.
My name is Heather Carolus.
I wonder if like the recording's finally pulling through. Yeah.
My address is 2706 Fritz Street in Perry. It's about a block long. It's a nice quiet neighborhood. I too would like to speak to the importance of the pool renovation. I am also a pool swim team board member. I have had swimmers come up through community leagues and high school leagues. So I have a heart for our swim pool. Unlike Anne Marie, I did not grow up in Perry, but I've been here for over 20 years. And I feel there's a value to our local pool. I would like to encourage the council to keep this pool renovation a priority. As Anne Marie said, to fund it fully, to close it for one length of period of time, so we aren't affecting multiple seasons of use, and to just keep the timeline moving. I know sometimes we're working with contractors and subcontractors and everything, that things can get put off, and I would like to see this be a priority for our city council. It is impacting our highly successful clubs. As was stated, we have summer team, winter team, and right now girls high school. All of those are going to be affected by the closure. Our girls are going to be going to swim with Boone for a year. That's got a huge change on our high school team. I'd like to just remind the city council, if you're not aware of the success of our teams, our city summer swim team has been first place for the last couple of years overall. We've also had undefeated seasons. Our winter swim team just recently finished third at a regional meet up in Minneapolis, and has grown from 12 years ago when we started it, we had 15 swimmers. We now have well over 100. So in 12 years, we've expanded our team from 15 to over 100. Our winter team has participants from all around the area. That's not just Perry. And our high school team has sent a state high school swimmer since 2020. And every single one of those swimmers has started in our club. So that's just how important our swim teams are. Then you add the impact of the pool for the people who use it as safe recreation or safe exercise. We have a lot of people who walk in our pool because it's a place they can walk without concern about falling or getting injured. They can get their exercise in a safe manner. Life-saving skills are taught at our pool through swim lessons. We have many kids that go through our programs, and there's even some teens and young adults that are learning how to swim, which is a skill that everyone should have at least to be able to yourself safe in water. So again, I just want to ask and encourage the council to stay on top of the process and ensure that it is completed in a timely manner and it doesn't drag on over multiple seasons. Thank you.
I got a question.
Yes.
You mentioned the ideal time to close, and you all figured that out. What are those ideal times to close this?
Right, so there's no ideal time. You know, we don't really want any of our swim
What
teams
you
affected.
both mentioned.
Right, what we
this-
want is one period of time,
Yes.
not like closing it for a few months here and then doing one patch and then closing it a few months here and doing another repair or upgrade. Rather just close it all for, you know, straight all at the same time and get it all done. Yeah. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Any other open forum requests? Okay. Hearing none, we'll move on to old business. Item,
Can I ask a question about the pool and the pool closure? Are we starting to talk to the contractors and see what is the ideal time and how long it's gonna be closed and, you know, just to make the plan go
Yeah,
without
so
open, close.
the last two items under old business are professional services agreement for the filter side and the sealing side of the project. And then once they're engaged, they'll be able to provide us a better budget and really hone in on that. What would the construction timeline be? So, thank you. Yep. And we'll have John come up and talk about the timeline from now until bidding and what that kind of looks like at that.
thank you. Okay, old business item A is resolution setting a public hearing date on the proposed fiscal year 2027 budget. This would be set it for our next meeting, April 20th, 2026, here in the Clarion Room, 6 o'clock. So,
Then we set a public hearing for April 20th, 2026.
I'll second that.
we need any further discussion? Okay, roll call.
Andor,
Yes.
Walling,
Yes.
Shelley,
Yes.
Mahler,
Yes.
Klein,
Yes.
Okay, item B is approval of change order number 1 for the parallel taxiway reconstruction. It is a $0 amount and basically just changes the construction sequence of how this is going to happen. So could I have a motion, please?
I make a motion, we accept change order number 1 for the parallel text construction reconfiguration.
I'll second that.
You want to have any discussion on that or?
it's online.
Here it's on.
It made more sense than the way they were proposing it, I thought. Agreed.
All right. I think we can hear you, Garrett, maybe, or you're on, unless we're having internet issues.
Hey,
Hey,
Garrett,
yep, sorry. I don't know if I'm having issues on my end or what the deal is, but I'm on my phone now. Yeah, the change $0 change order, essentially, we're just changing the phasing to essentially work from north to south rather than from the inside out. The overall goal of the phasing still is and was to construct a new connector taxiway to the terminal area. And then while the existing connector is quote unquote offline, they're able to use that new connector. In general, it's a pretty simple change order. But I wanted to define better the amount of working days that are allotted to each phase, because essentially phase 1 was split into A and B, which are now 1 and 4. And then I wanted to better define phase 2 as you get 40 working days to shut down the main or existing connector so that larger aircraft don't have a tough time squeezing between a couple of airport buildings. But that's the gist behind it.
Any further questions? Thank you, Jacob. I mean, Garrett, sorry. Roll call.
Walling,
Yes.
Smaller,
Yes.
Shelley,
Yes.
Klein,
Yes.
Andor.
Yes.
Okay. Next up is a number of resolutions for the RISE grant applications. So the first one is approving the second amendment to the RISE grant. For the work at the 141 and Willis Avenue intersection, the cost has gone up due to it being the roundabout proposal. And our share is going up $450,700 along with that. So could I have a motion, please?
Make a motion, we approve the second amendment to the RISE grant application.
I'll second.
Any discussion?
So, as the mayor said, with the DOT only allowing us to move forward with the roundabout, we do have to go back to the DOT commission for the final approval of our RISE grant for the intersection, reflecting a roundabout design and roundabout costs. So, I believe we're going to be on the May agenda. Does that sound right? Yeah, May DOT commission meeting for that approval. So once
Is there likely to be any issues?
I don't think so. We've been working very closely with DOT staff to get through the new cost opinions and all of that kind of stuff. So overall, all of this has kind of been pre-approved for recommendation by DOT staff. So
Any chance of them eating more of the costs since at some point they wanted to put one of these in at their own expense anyway?
This is their idea.
This is
Right.
their.
Not through RISE based on this funding because it is a 60-40 match, which is pretty strict with the RISE program. There could be, I think we've had some discussions on another grant opportunity that is more driven by our DOT district that we work with. So that could be a possibility for this project. We'll see. We'll be working through design. Once this grant is finally approved, then we'll move forward with design contracts to be able to move forward towards bidding the project, hopefully this winter or early 27, and probably construction in 27 and 28 to fully complete this.
We ready to talk about bypasses?
I'm
I'm kidding, sorry, I didn't mean to muddy the water.
Unless you would like to donate the
No.
$80 million for.
I also don't want to have to take care of a bridge.
Any cheap mitigations we can put in
What was
because of
that?
the increased traffic while the construction is going on?
We're gonna phase one side and then the other side.
Yeah,
right?
we'll be, as part of like the design process, we'll be working through the phasing of the project and which parts are getting built to allow access, but access management to get into and out of the industrial park will be important.
The discussions, questions, comments? Okay. Have roll call, please.
Mahler,
Yes.
Klein,
Yes.
Shelley,
Yes.
Walling,
Yes.
Andor.
Yes.
Okay, now we're gonna move on to the CDBG for the CDBG application to IEDA for housing roof replacement program. And would be held on the May 4th in this room here during our regular council meeting. So that motion, please.
I make a motion, we pass a resolution setting a public hearing for the CDBG application to IEDA for housing roof replacement.
Second that.
Carla,
Talk to us.
Just a quick update. When I was here last time, as I said, we had just spent out a marketing program to find some more of your veterans and special needs people that resulted in 41 applications. We have taken 2 of them and proceeded forward to serve them with Federal Home Loan Bank grant funds. So that'll be $36,000 invested in the community, one of them to a veteran. But of those 41, which is now down to 39, 12 of them specifically asked for assistance in roof repair. So this is the information we'll be using to show the need within your community. They are kind of scattered throughout the community, but definitely a need there with a maximum of 6, and I have 12 requests for roof repair. So that is very exciting. We have some updated information from IEDA regarding the publications or lack of 12 pages of publications. I'll get back to you this week.
Okay.
Is that okay?
Yep.
And then moving forward, any other questions? Next month will be a big month. We'll hold the public hearing. We'll have some technical services to look at. We'll be committing to a number of projects. You can go anywhere from 4 to 6. I would recommend that you go after the full 6 if we're going to this much work, or 6. And we have the people, it appears, to be doing that. And then we will also be discussing the city's match. So one of the things that I'd like you to think about between now and then is the maximum CDBG funds that can be used on a project without enacting abatement is $24,999. This program is only allowing for $24,000 worth of funds, and then it wants you to provide some gap financing. Because what if we had that huge house that the roof and the sheathing and everything needed to be done? So what I'd like you to think about doing is the difference between that 24,000 and that 999 to be on a per project basis. But only if the house exceeds the 24,000 would the city step in. It's a pretty big house to get there. We do about 60 of them a year, so we know what houses cost. And I have 3 local contractors that I worked with already from your area, so I'm familiar with their pricing. Yes, we do. I can't dictate that they are, but firm A, B, and C that work for us do so because they do great work. We don't get callbacks, and they are reasonably priced. And then through the round, the Iowa State University will be readiness with a couple other contracts. So I think it would be a nice application if we can show, hey, not only do we have the people, but look at, if we have that house, city has committed to that difference between that 24,000 and that 24,999. So that's probably where I request that you ask. Obviously, if it's a small house and you don't need it, you're not going to pay any math. One of your insurance. Any questions about this? Because I know there's a lot of items that have to be approved.
I think that we may have talked about this before. Is it safe to assume that most of these houses that you get into are requiring full roof, new sheet?
That it's fairly safe assumption. I would say in the 60-some that we do each year. Or whatever. Obviously, if it's
A lot of times,
still
if you need a new roof, it's been that way for a while.
or they've never redone it, they have to shift left the gap or not have those insured unless you go over top of that machine, so that all your costs.
questions? Okay, roll call.
Walling,
Yes.
Sandor,
Yes.
Shelley,
Yes.
Mahler,
Yes.
Klein.
Yes.
Okay, and we're gonna keep Miss Carla busy because the next few things on the agenda are things we have to agree to that were changes in the CDBG application process, and we're told they have to all be approved separately so that we can't lump them together and force you to approve things you may not like. So, item E is a resolution adopting the state of Iowa's community development block grant procurement policies and procedures. Have a motion for that one.
I make a motion, we pass the resolution adopting the state of Iowa's community development block grant procurement policies and procedures.
I'll say.
Discussion.
How different is this from?
Previous,
It's not, it's the exact same.
it is the exact same. So every
I
three,
said, I tried to
for-
look it up and it.
No, it's
Uh,
the exact same.
so for CDBG grant applications, they have to be they have to be at least approved within the last 3 years. So I think it was this procurement that is 2 years old. So just to get everything on the same timeline, we're
Okay.
redoing this one, but the others are, I believe, expired and need to be up 2020, so they need to be updated, so. They are all probably 99.9% the same as 2020. And so we're more so updating the date of which they were adopted by Perry City Council.
Gotcha.
My roll call.
Walling,
Yes.
Shelley,
Yes.
Mahler,
Yes.
Klein,
Yes.
Andor.
Yes.
Okay, item F is a resolution authorizing the publication of the intent to procure for technical services for the administration of a community development block grant housing roof replacement program, if funded by the Iowa Economic Development Authority. Will be in the amount of 24,000, and our administrator will keep us out of trouble by reviewing everything and making sure we follow the rules. So, have a motion, please.
Make a motion, we approve resolution authorizing the publication of the intent to procure for technical services for the administration of the Community Development Block Grant CDBG Housing Roof Replacement Program if funded by the Iowa Economic Development Authority.
Any questions on that one?
So we don't know the amount yet until we receive the RFPs back. The 24,000 is what Carla was referring to. For the actual housing specific grant for each unit. This is also where she was referring to all of the language for procurement. Hopefully we don't have to publish all that. So the publications might change a little bit depending on the exact language. I got a quote and I think it was just shy of $700 to publish, if I remember right, the publication with all the language. Yep. Yep, so. This might look a little bit different, obviously, than what's actually going to publish.
Further discussion? Okay, roll call.
Mahler,
Yes.
Walling,
Yes.
Shelley,
Yes.
Klein,
Yes.
Andor.
Yes.
Okay, item G, a resolution adopting the Community Development Block Grant Affirmative Fair Housing Policy Notice. Have a motion.
I move that we setting a public hearing for a CDBG application to IEDA for housing roof replacement program.
Oh, this is.
Oh, you're off.
We're
I
on
was gonna
G.
say, member Andor.
Affirmative Fair Housing.
Okay, let's try again. I move that we pass a resolution adopting the community development block grant CDBG affirmative fair housing policy notice.
I'll second.
Any discussion? Okay, roll call.
Andor,
Yes.
Klein,
Yes.
Shelley,
Yes.
Mahler.
Yes.
Walling.
Yes.
Okay, item H, resolution adopting the Community Development Block Grant CDBG Code of Conduct. Have a motion, please.
Pass a resolution adopting the development block grant CDBG code of conduct.
I will second that.
Further discussion? Roll call.
Walling,
Yes.
Mahler.
Yes.
Shelley,
Yes.
Klein,
Yes.
Andor.
Yes.
Okay, item I is resolution adopting the Community Development Block Grant CDBG Equal Opportunity Policy Statement. Motion, please.
Motion to move item I, resolution adopting the community development block grant CDBG equal opportunity policy statement.
I'll second.
Any discussion on that one? Roll call, please.
Shelley,
Yes.
Klein.
Yes.
Mahler.
Yes.
Walling,
Yes.
Andor.
Yes.
Okay, item J. Resolution adopting the Community Development Block Grant CDBG policy on the prohibition of the use of excessive force. Have a motion, or
Make a motion, we approve resolution adopting the Community Development Block Grant CDBG policy on the prohibition of the use of excessive force.
Second that.
discussion on that one? Okay. Roll call.
Mahler.
Yes.
Walling.
Yes.
Shelley.
Yes.
Klein.
Yes.
Andor.
Yes.
Okay, and the final one, a resolution adopting the Community Development Block Grant CDBG Residential Anti-Displacement and Relocation Assistance Plan.
I move that we adopt the Community Development Block Grant CDBG Residential Anti-Displacement and Relocation Assistance.
Second that.
Any discussion on this one? Okay, roll call.
Andor.
Yes.
Walling.
Yes.
Shelley.
Yes.
Mahler.
Yes.
Klein.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you for coming down this way again. So sounds good.
Sounds
you.
good. Thanks.
Okay. Item L of new business is resolution approving a professional services agreement for the pool filtration system with JEO Consulting Group. In the amount of not to exceed 90,000 with an additional estimated hourly fees not to exceed 45,000 without prior approval. Motion, please.
Motion to approve item L, resolution approving a professional service agreement. Pool filtration system.
I'll second.
Discussion.
So the not to exceed 90. And makes and 45 not to exceed.
So
one,
it'd be,
so one line was at 90, and then there was an additional line that was based off of an hourly rate that would not exceed 45. So base 90 plus an hourly rate not to exceed 45,000.
So potentially 100,000.
Yeah, potentially.
Yeah, that's all based on construction oversight. I had that conversation with Andrew Penkamp, JDO. When this gets going, it's not going to be an easy thing. It will be very complicated, and a little bit more oversight from those guys there will be probably a wise decision. So that's the point there. Similar, just so you guys know, both of these two engineering firms, if you remember the budget conversation, both of them were willing to amend this agreements if we want to add more work as we move forward based on our loan capacity. We can do that as we proceed forward. So anticipating contacting them if this goes through maybe tomorrow after the mayor signs. And then we'll be off to the races with design work, which is anticipated to take anywhere between 3 and 4 months.
What kind of other work do you see that might be?
Yeah, so the hot tub doesn't meet, I mean, there's code issues in there. The hot tub needs to be replaced. You do that, you might as well touch the sauna and clean that up. The top dock, bulkhead, there's entrapment issues in the top dock. Bulkhead has entrapment issues. Most bulkheads are fixed to the actual pool walls. We'd want to do something like that and eliminate the void underneath that bulkhead. We want to cross those things off the list. There's some foundation issues over at the windows. We need to fix the windows and pool deck itself. Been in there, you see the tile chipping off around the edges of the flip drain. That all needs to be addressed. That would be the extra work that we want to incorporate into.
Do we have a price on that extra work that may come?
Total renovation is somewhere around $5 million. Right now, we're going to anticipate to do 2 this current calendar year. That $2 million will get the ceiling fixed with, this is kind of one of those things, you touch the ceiling, it also acts as a plenum for the HVAC system. So we'll have to fix the HVAC system, which then touches the electrical. The main power coming into the building might need to be touched. Like there's, it's a 44-year-old building that will require a remodel. So there'll be some additional work that probably will have to be done, so. 2 million will get us a new filtration system and the ceiling fixed. And if we want to do an additional work, that could be anywhere from another 2 million to 3, depending on how crazy and far we want to take it. So those discussions hopefully will be happening here. Move forward.
Yeah.
How we doing?
Good. So with these two amendments that we're talking about tonight, does this put you in the realm of that January 1st date that we talked about? Are we still on track for that?
I think so, yeah. Yeah, 4 months of design work, and then you're talking a month of putting out the bid. Opening sealed bids, you're talking that September, October timeframe, mobilization for contractors, be a month. November, December, possibly, but with holidays and potential delays, that January 1st would probably be pretty clean. So.
And have there been any other developments, anything since we talked last, anything that we should?
As of right now, Ben's been measuring the pool deck with a laser on, what is it, like 18 hard points on the deck, 24, somewhere in there. We're doing a little bit more than what we should be, but we're also very nervous about it. So, and as of right now, the deviations are in the thousands, so we're not losing.
How many new job titles has Ben got since?
Yeah. Quite a few, yeah, he's done wonderful with it though, so, yeah.
Awesome, thank you.
And like some of the guests here today, the pool is very important. It is a feature of this community. We should be very excited about this, as much as we're getting kind of forced into this. At the same time, we should be extremely excited to be able to renovate that pool and have it for another 50 years. So.
New Chuck.
Yep.
Additional questions, comments?
So the timeline, everybody's concerned about the timeline. I understand that with the
Yeah.
leads and everything. So the filter system and the roofing system, get with the contractors, have them doing that at the same time, and won't be any.
Some of that work we'll be able to do at the same time. Some of the piping replacement will have to be done on the pool deck and itself. So depending on where they fall, I'm assuming we'll be able to work well with those contractors, and if we have a GC, that appropriately. So. Yep.
Not planning.
There will be, yeah. Yep, that'll consume my life for the next foreseeable future. So, yeah, it's all good though. It's
Yeah.
exciting.
Yeah.
Yep. Good.
Anything else? Roll call, please.
Shelley,
Yes.
Klein,
Yes.
Smaller,
Yes.
Walling,
Yes.
Andor.
Yes.
Okay, and item M is a resolution approving a professional services agreement for the pool ceiling renovation with I&S Group Inc., ISG, in the amount of $145,000. So, have a motion, please.
I make a motion to pass a resolution approving a professional services agreement for ceiling renovation.
I will second that.
Any discussion? Yep. Roll call, please.
Walling,
Yes.
Smaller.
Yes.
Shelley,
Yes.
Klein,
Yes.
Andor.
Yes.
Okay, then we'll move on to new business. Got one item there. Item A is a resolution approving tax abatement applications, residential construction completed in 2026. So there are 3 properties that meet this requirement. Have a motion, please.
I make a motion, we approve resolution approving tax abatement applications for residential construction completed in 2026 in Perry, Iowa.
Second that.
Any discussion? Okay, roll call.
Smaller,
Yes.
Walling,
Yes.
Shelley,
Yes.
Klein,
Yes.
Andor.
Yes.
Okay, being no further items, we will adjourn. Thank you all. Appreciate it.
I know. I think I made it.
Let's go on, drive careful. Right, case 12, drive careful.
You can choose, buddy.